Hello everyone, welcome back to this new video. My name is Utkarsh and today I will show you how you can deploy your Java Springboot application on Azure. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So let me open my Eclipse and show you the application that I'm going to deploy. So here I have created a sample application. So let me run this on my local machine and show you how it looks. Yeah, as you can see, my application has been built. We'll open this application on our local. This is how the application looks. So this is the Swagger documentation of the REST APIs that I have built, and it contains these APIs to be consumed. Our objective is to deploy this application on Azure Cloud. Yeah, so this is the Azure Portal. In Azure Portal, we'll look for the app service. So if you can find it here on the front, that's good. If not, you can search for app service. So this is the resource that we need to create in order to deploy our application. So we'll click on the create button, and this is the create wizard that you need to fill out. So we'll see each field one by one. So first of all, you need to have any subscription. So you can have a free subscription, that is pay as you go, or you can have a student subscription. And if you want me to create a detailed video around what all subscriptions are there in Azure, so do let me know in the comments. So I have this subscription, and so by default it has been selected. So the second field is resource group. As the name suggests, resource group is a collection of resources. So I have created a resource that is POCRG, so I'll go with this one. The next field is name. So what name you want to give to this app? So let's say wallet. So okay, so this name is not available, so we'll go with app wallet. Let's type something unique, so we can say CW. Okay, this is available. We have two options to publish. Either we can just publish the code on the the runtime environment, Linux or Windows, or we can use the Docker container. So we'll use the code one, and after that we have to select the runtime stack. So my application runs on Java 8, and for the operating system I'm selecting Linux based. Region, again you can choose around multiple regions available, but there are some costs associated with some regions, so you can avoid them. I'll go with the East US, and this is the plan. So if you don't see anything in like by default selected here in app service plan, so you need to create this app service plan. So I have created this app service plan before, so it has been selected by default. Also, as you can see, this app service plan is very standard. So I have chosen F1 tier. They are basically called SKUs, and the size of this SKU is 1 GB memory. So this is only for the demonstration, because in the production or UAT environment you would need more resources, more RAM, more storage, so you can go with the premium ones. Next, We have the deployment screen. No need to make any changes here. Monitoring, again, if you want to enable the application insights, you can do it here. And if you don't want to enable this here, you always have that options in the app service, so you can do it from there as well. In tag, I'll use created by, so you can give that here. Next one, I'll click on this review plus create. It will do the validation check, and I think our validation has been successful, and we can choose create. Yeah, so as you can see, deployment is in progress. So this deployment is basically underneath Azure is creating the resources for you. So let us wait for some time. Yeah, so as you can see, the deployment has been completed, and we can go to the resource. This is our app service that we have created. You can cross check all the information here, so make sure whatever app service plan you have selected, that is shown here. And apart from that, you can also check the resource code and subscription. Yeah, so when you click on this browse option, so you can see this is active. Yeah, so this is active, but your code is not coming up here to deploy our code. We have just created the app service in which our app will be deployed. So yeah, so let's open the DevOps screen to create a CI and CD. So CI is basically the pipeline which we'll use to build our code, and similarly we'll create a new pipeline which is a release pipeline to deploy our code. So this is the dashboard, Azure DevOps dashboard. So you can see a lot of options here related to DevOps. So we'll click on this pipeline, and you can see this gets expanded here. So yeah, so we have to create a new pipeline here. Select a new pipeline, and here you will see a lot of options here. You can go with the YAML method, or a lot of methods are there. So there is an easy way to do that. So you can choose this, use a classic editor. Yeah, so classic editor is basically a like drag and drop functionality, and so this is basically a GUI kind of thing, and you don't need to code here. You just need to choose some of the things that you'll need, and you have to configure them. You need to first of all choose the source. So for today's video, we are deploying the code from the GitHub repository. So you can choose here GitHub, and again you have to browse the repository. So since I have already connected my Azure DevOps to the GitHub, so I can see a repository here. But in your case, you need to load all your you need to connect your GitHub first of all with the Azure DevOps, and then only you can see all your repositories here. So I'll select this one, since that has only one branch, so it has been selected by default, and then continue. Yeah, now we have to select the template. So first, for the template, since our application is a Maven based application, So we'll select the Maven. Yeah, so this is the thing that I was talking about. So everything is everything that you require is here, and you just need to configure a few things. So in pipeline, everything looks good. Let me spend some time on agent pool. So here you will see there are two types of agent pools. One of them is that is hosted by Azure, and the other one is the private, or you can say the self-hosted one. You can choose any of the agent pools that you need. So I'll go with the self-hosted one. So I'll choose this agent pool POC, and the second one is where is my POM file. Okay, so you can browse your POM file here. So this is my application wallet, and this is the POM file. I'll select OK, and yeah, this is perfect. The source looks good. Again, we have to change the agent here. So let's choose the self-hosted agent. Yeah. So coming on this, configuring the Maven task here. So display name is correct. Okay. So I think we need to let us check once again if that is on the correct path. Okay. So your goal is to package, and yeah, that's all. Yeah. So once we have uh, given up all the information that we need to give, we'll click on save and queue. If you want to give any comments to particular build, you can do it here, or not, you can leave it. Yeah, so as you can see, the build is successful. We have no errors here. Let me show you what artifacts are produced as part of this CI pipeline. So yeah, go to the build, and here you will see the artifacts that are produced or consumed. So we should see a jar file here. So yeah, this is our jar file that we are going to deploy. So there are a lot of other methods as well, like you can create a war file and deploy that, or yeah. So this is great. So our next task is to create a release pipeline so that we can release this build to the app service that we want. So here we have to create a new release pipeline. Yeah, so this is the wizard that will appear when you create a new release pipeline. So again you have to choose a template. So what I prefer a app service deployment. Yeah, so you can search for deploy and you would see this template, that is Azure App Service Deployment, and you can apply this. And here we can specify different stages like dev or UAT or prod. So let me give this name as dev and close this. Yeah, this is our artifact. So first of all, if we want to create any release, there can be multiple sources. Like you want to release a build that you have configured, or you want to directly build and release something that is in your Azure repository, and same with TFFE or GitHub. So here we'll choose build, and this was our pipeline, and we'll just add. So here are the tasks. So we just need to configure a few things and that will be done. We need to fill a couple of information here. So first of all, we have to choose what Azure subscription we are using, and the application types is we are deploying this app on Linux, so we'll change here. And now it is asking about the app's name, so we'll just copy this. Now comes the startup command. So since I'm deploying jar file here, so I'll give the starter command accordingly. There are other methods to deploy as well, like you can deploy war file, or if you are deploying any other application like node based application or Python application, they have different start commands. So let me go ahead with the jar command here. So here you have to give the path. So there is a directory where your jar file is created. So that path is home site, then your root folder, then comes your whatever name is created for your jar. So we can check from here. Here as well, you have to change few things, like you have to change the agent pool. And here everything looks good. Okay, so we have not selected any source here, so let us select source here. So there are multiple sources here. So here, since we have already built our applications, I will go with this option. So now we have selected. So these are the artifacts that are produced as part of the build. So we can choose from here. We have to choose the runtime stack. So in my case, it will be Java 8. And now we have to copy the name of the jar file and edit this. Yeah, so that's it. We can save this and run our quick release. We can also check the logs of the release from here. So the deployment has ran successfully. Let us check the application now. Yeah, so we are able to see this white label error page. We'll just check the Swagger UI if we are able to get the APIs as well. Yeah, so it's working. So as you can see, we can see the Swagger URL for the application that we have deployed, and here is the URL for that application. So yeah, so that's all for this video. If you come across any problem or issues, so you can comment down below in the comment section, and if you do not understand anything specific, you can mention that as well in the comment section, and I'll try to make a detailed video on that. Yeah, that's it. If this video has helped you, do subscribe this channel and like this video. This will encourage me to create more content like this, and more content on Azure would be coming. So make sure you subscribe this channel. Have a good day.